Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches that the only good is virtue, understood as the fulfillment of duty and conformity with reason. The Stoic seeks to live according to nature, both his own and that of the universe, and to accept with serenity everything that happens to him, without being carried away by passions, desires, or opinions of others. The Stoic aspires to be free, autonomous, self-sufficient, and happy, without depending on anything external to his will. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor indifferent to external things, who did not let himself be seduced or disturbed by them, renounced the pleasures and luxuries of the court, and led a simple and frugal life. He did not seek fame or honor, and considered himself a simple citizen and a servant of the state. He was a brave emperor who did not fear death or suffering, and faced adversities and calamities with serenity. He was also a man of great culture, maintaining an intense correspondence with the intellectuals of his time and writing one of the most important works of ancient philosophy, the Meditations. Next, we will see some of the main ideas that Marcus Aurelius expresses in his Meditations, and how they reflect his Stoic vision of the world. For the Stoics, virtue was the only good, and vice the only evil. Virtue consisted of acting according to reason, which was the faculty that allowed the human being to distinguish between good and bad, just and unjust, convenient and inconvenient. Reason was also the divine part of the human being, connecting him with the rational order of the universe. Therefore, living according to reason was living according to nature, the supreme goal of the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius expresses this idea on several occasions in his Meditations. For example, everything that happens justly, and if you pay attention, you will see that it is so. Not only according to the order of the universe, but according to the justice and interest of each thing in particular. The nature of the good is what is right, and the nature of the bad is what is wrong. There is nothing more miserable than the one who deviates from reason, and nothing happier than the one who adheres to it. The indifference of external things. The Stoic considered that external things, such as health, wealth, pleasure, honor, fame, power, etc., were indifferent, i.e., neither good nor bad in themselves, depending on how the human being used them. External things could be preferable or not, depending on whether they fit with human nature, but they could not affect the happiness of the wise, who only depended on his virtue. Therefore, the Stoic advised not to attach or reject external things, but to use them with moderation and prudence, and to be prepared to lose them without regretting. Marcus Aurelius expresses this idea, for example. Do not let yourself be dragged by the impression that things have color. Remember that they are all mere opinions. Do not let yourself be dragged by desire. Abstain from certain things. If they take them away from you, do not miss them. Do not rejoice in anything that depends on another. Neither health, nor fame, nor power, nor victory, nor anything similar. Because if you lose any of these things, which are not in your power, you will be unhappy. Do not let yourself be disturbed by what happens to you, but accept it as others do, and think that what has happened because it had to happen. The acceptance of fate. The Stoics believed that the universe was an organic whole, governed by a rational and provident law, which the Greeks called logos, and the Romans called fatum, or destiny. Destiny was the cause of everything that happened, and nothing could escape its power. The Stoics thought that destiny was good and wise, and that it acted for the good of the whole. Therefore, the Stoics advised accepting fate with resignation and confidence, and not to rebel or complain about what could not be changed. Marcus Aurelius shows this attitude on many occasions in his Meditations. For example, love and embrace what fate brings you, even if it is hard and bitter, because what happens is always the best, and the best for you, even if you do not understand it. Do not say, "This has happened to me badly," but "This has happened to me, and I bear it well, because that is what fate wants, which wants everything for the good." Everything that happens as you must want it to happen, otherwise it would not happen. So, in any case, fate brings you what is yours. The serenity before the passions. The Stoics considered that passions such as fear, anger, pain, pleasure, love, hate, etc., were disturbances of the mind, caused by false or irrational judgments about things. Passions were contrary to human nature, which was rational, and made human beings suffer by distancing them from virtue and happiness. Therefore, the Stoics proposed to eliminate passions by exercising reason and replacing them with rational emotions, such as prudence, fortitude, temperance, and justice. Marcus Aurelius expresses this idea in several fragments of his meditations. For example, "Do not let yourself be carried away by anger, but control it, and do not let yourself be carried away by pleasure, but restrain your desires. Do not grieve for what you lack, but rejoice for what you have. Do not let yourself be overcome by pain, nor let yourself be seduced by pleasure, but remain firm and calm in all circumstances." These are some of the main ideas that Marcus Aurelius expresses in his meditations, reflecting his Stoic vision of the world. Marcus Aurelius died in the year 180 AD, after having ruled the Roman Empire for almost 20 years. However, Marcus Aurelius left a legacy that has lasted throughout the centuries and has influenced the culture, politics, religion, literature, and philosophy of many generations.